Hello everyone, my name is Bunny and welcome to my first ever long-form nail tutorial. And don't worry, if you're already annoyed with my voice or just overall find narration a bit distracting, I will be uploading a narration-free version of this tutorial. And if you are impatient like me, this tutorial will be split up into multiple parts so that you can jump to wherever you like in the video. So, without further ado, Sakamoto Days Nails. Enjoy! First is nail prep. I measure my nails using a nail kit from Amazon. I will put this nail kit in my description box because it is super affordable and perfect for beginners. I have been using this nail kit for 3 years myself, so I totally recommend it. Most of the nails in the kit perfectly fit my nail beds. However, my thumb does need a bit more persuasion. By filing down where the nail meets the cuticle, there is an effortless blend that makes the nail look much more natural. The same thing goes for the sides of the nails, because if you are trying to fit a wider nail onto a narrow nail, you increase the chances of your nail not sticking or straight up just popping off. Okay, get this you guys, these are called guillotine clippers. I just found out the name of these today, and honestly, that's friggin' adorable. So for this step, you really want to make sure you're paying attention to how you're holding the clippers. In this clip, I incorrectly held the clippers, then spun them around, and it immediately cut like butter. If it is not cutting super smoothly, then you're probably holding your clippers wrong. Personally, I like to layer my nails on top of one another to make sure one is not longer than the other and they are perfect copies. In comes the tedious part, clipping and filing your nails to your desired shape. To make the filing process a heck ton easier on myself, I take cuticle clippers and cut off the corners of the nail. Personally, I rarely do anything but almond nails. However, if I'm feeling a bit sassy and a little lazy, I will go for a coffin or a ballerina shape. Similarly to the way I originally cut the nails, I use the same method when it comes to cutting off the excess. I use a cuticle cutter to do this, and while it may be a bit tedious, it gets the job done. And would you look at that? A little bit of elbow grease and you can make some gorgeous looking nails. Now, in order to paint your nails, you need to clean them first. To do that, I use a solution of 1 part water to 1 part 70% alcohol and use a Q-tip to wipe down those surfaces. Now, when I tell you I immediately stopped in my tracks to check out this color, I was initially looking for a white, but seeing this off-white was so reminiscent of manga pages that I just needed it. After applying 2 coats of nail polish and waiting for them to dry, it is now finally time to work on the detail work. Gel polish is my best friend, and that's why I like to use a gel base on my nails. After applying the base and curing the nail, it is now ready for black gel polish. Although gel polish is forgiving, meaning that if you do make a mistake, it is easily fixable with an alcohol wipe, you need to apply your base coat prior, otherwise your mistake may not be as easily fixable. As for the designs, I knew I wanted to include main characters. However, I was feeling very inspired by the opening and wanted to include an overlay of the letters that spelled out Sakamoto. But once I realized how daunting the task already was, I decided to just focus on the faces. My husband prompted, why not make the good guys goofy and the bad guys look like badasses? And that's how I decided on these manga panels. The first nail is Heisuke Mashimo, being the last guy to join the main group of good guys. Heisuke has this hilariously named parrot called Peasuke, which I totally intended on including, however, it did not account for how small I made my nail and unfortunately had to cut him out. Sorry, Peasuke. Our second nail is Yoichi Nagumo, someone who completely had me fooled about their age. This man is Paul Rudd. He does not age. Nagumo is adorable, and I love his voice, so I just found this panel really cute and figured it captured his personality pretty well. Because I didn't do a good job at sealing in the nail polish with the base coat, some of the mistakes were a bit harder to fix, like his neck tattoo. In order to remedy these mistakes, I used my original nail polish as a whiteout, painting over any issues and then going back in with my detail brush. Seal it all in with a matte top coat and then you're done with 2 out of 10 nails. The third nail is one of my favorite pink-haired baddies, Xiaotang. Months ago, when my husband was reading the manga, he told me there was a cool pink-haired girl, and I immediately geeked because I myself at the time had pink hair. So I immediately fell in love with her drunken fist fighting style and automatically thought of Yor from Spy Family, which apparently is not that uncommon of an anime trope. Altogether, this nail was relatively simple, besides the absolute struggle that was the tiny details of her eyes and mouth. Of this set, I will say that Shin's nail was definitely top 3. It's one of the goofier ones, and the dinosaur looked so fun to draw that I just had to try it. I was genuinely surprised with how much fun I had on this nail and how much less frustrated I was on this nail than I was with all of the other ones. I'm also really happy that I chose 2 nails that corresponded with one another, because the cool guy panel of Sakamoto and Shin is just too funny to not include. Here, the nails are very visually intriguing because they clearly display an increasing quality. You can definitely tell which nail was painted first and which nail was where I really got the hang of it. Now for the right hand, I'm gonna apologize because somehow I didn't get a ton of it on camera. However, it's the same process that I used on the left hand. I typically like to block out the shadows and darker shapes first, and then go in with black line art to really bring the whole image together. Osaragi is another top 3 nail. I thought I was signing my own death sentence when I chose the art for this nail. However, if I have maintained anything from all of my arts education, it is cross-hatching and hatching. Cross-hatching or hatching is a sketching style when you take thin lines and slowly build up together until you create the shapes and shadows that you desire. Osaragi is a badass woman that deserves a badass nail, and I hope I delivered. You thought I forgot about Sakamoto. How dare you? Don't worry, I have saved the best for last. I decided to hone in on Sakamoto's chubby face and use polygel to create a small 3D element. After priming the nail with gel base coat and curing, I am able to use slip solution and mold a tiny blob of polygel onto my nail. After smoothing down the polygel shape, it is ready to cure. Polygel does stay sticky, so you must seal it off with a top coat as well before adding any color. Once I polish the nail and set it to dry, I am ready to start sketching Sakamoto, much like I did for all of the other nails. Are you guys ready to see some up-close magic? I somehow found out during this whole process how to mimic the anime glasses glare. You know, the one ever so loved in every anime and manga to ever exist. Yeah, needless to say, I will be using this effect in the future. I am so pleasantly surprised. So, that is it. That is the end of my Sakamoto Days nails. If you made it this far, I could kiss you. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me the whole time. I'm looking forward to sharing a ton more art and nails in the future, and let me know what you guys would like to see next, and let me also know if you have any recommendations on nail tools, brands, or even any anime recommendations. I love you guys, whoever you are, and thank you so much for watching. Bye! Oh my god, like and subscribe. I think by rite of passage I have to say that, and I forgot to say it. Please like and subscribe. If you want to see more content like this, do let me know. Like and subscribe. Catch you next time.